Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to our finale of our Val-des-Bois Expeditions series. So, we did just get a call from the ptarmigan, which I actually didn't realize they would be vocal like that. Actually, oh, maybe not. I thought I could see it for a moment there. I guess it's just the way, like, the terrain and some of the plants are. Well, there we go. Alright, starting off the episode pretty strong with our first animal within the first 3 minutes. But yeah, we're just going to finish the series off here. Some more high-altitude hunting, go for more ibex, more ptarmigan. Probably focus a little bit more on the ibex, just given how we've been able to get... this is going to be the 4th ptarmigan. We just gotta find it now, because I swear, it looked like it toppled forward. But now I can't quite see where it landed. I am trying to do the Z trick, just to see if that will highlight it a bit better for us, but... yeah, where did that go now? Because it definitely... oh. Is that it back there? If it is, I really misestimated, like, how far away it was. It's the only thing I can think of that... yeah, that, or maybe it's another... I really overestimated how far away it was. Okay, hello you. How do you rank up for us? 31. Not too bad. Maybe I will take a trophy shot of one. Oh, there was an objective completed too. Let's do... there's small game. See if we can actually get this lined up. Ooh, he's really bugging out there. Yeah, I'll see if we can just... nope, didn't mean to slide myself all the way back there. Try to line ourselves up. Okay, I'm going to try to grab this and bring it up more. There we go. Now we just gotta work our hand back up. I said hand, not entire freaking body. And we'll just take that. Sounds like... oh, yep. Ooh. Jeez, I was not expecting them, like, flying in at us. Almost reminds me of, like, Call of the Wild with the turkey's defensive behavior sometimes. Because as you're walking, you might have the turkeys actually flying right at you overhead. But that was another easy ptarmigan to take down, so I'll easily take it. How much is this one? Actually, it's a bit strange. The females... oh, well, there's another mission complete too. But it's the females that seem to be worth more than the males when it comes to the ptarmigans. Maybe it's classifying them more by weight for their scoring? Either way, though, I think we're pretty much good up on the ptarmigans, so unless we have more that, like, present themselves as readily as that, we'll try to get more ibex to round out the weekend, or finish things off with a series. And for that, I'm hoping this area all along here will produce for us. Yeah, the drawing could still be a little bit better to do on that map, but this ridgeline around here, I think, was where we had spotted a few ibex on our reserve tour. And maybe there'll be some more for lucky along here. I think all of our shotgun blasts, though, might have definitely dampened the chances of it, but you never know. I just heard a tweet, too, so there might be some more ptarmigans. Yeah, so far, it doesn't look like anything got scared and is gathered up along there at all. But we'll do our backtrack going a little further down now. maybe the ibex are all hiding in the woods from all of the sounds and shots I've been taking. We'll have to see. Well, we do have a track, though, although I'm willing to guess this is going to be more ptarmigans. Oh, no, it was ibex. It was roaming out this way. I wonder if this is that poor female that we've basically been chasing across the entire mountain here. Because I guess she couldn't really go further north since we are at the very edge of the map, so it was just stuck traveling with us down and along. Let's hit this and just go a little bit further. Okay, yeah, see, turned into fleeing now. So it's quite possible it got up onto the cliff there, and we will not get a good chance at it. Yeah, just looking along and down. Again, this does take you a fair way down, so all you do need is the one climbing gear. And then you just have to make the longer trek out. I don't actually know if there is like a way up here without the climbing gear or not. Oh, there is an ibex. The only problem is it's completely inaccessible to us. It's somewhere on top of that part there, but looking along it, yeah, I don't see any way of being able to actually, like, ascend onto that. The only spot might be that right there, but I can't even guarantee that would work. We could still try it, though. I mean, if we see it, why not give it a shot, right? We'll try heading for that, then. Should also just take another look out this way. I gotta remember not to hold down the bring out binoculars too. That's just a tap. But so far, looks like it's pretty empty of life in that. Not too surprised given all the shots I've been taking with a shotgun. Although sounds like there's still... There have been some chirps coming from up ahead. Yeah, see, right there. Oh, actually, literally right there. Is that... Oh, right there. Are you going to take off so that way it's a little more sporting? Oh man, this is... It's too easy right now just with him like that. But I guess I will. I mean, survival of the fittest. And if you're going to literally be looking up at the barrel of a hunter and not really trying to do anything, I'm just going to take some of the easy chances I'll get, sure. I'm not too proud to say I've passed that up. Let's just pick you up and keep going. How do you even score for being as stupid as you were? Weirdly enough, I think that was the best scoring male we've gotten so far. Definitely not the brightest one. But yeah, best scoring of the males. Oh no, see, I think that's too steep to climb up there, so yeah, we can't really go along there. I guess we'll just follow this right to the bottom and then try going through the forest a bit. And then again, hopefully with the shots we've taken, maybe this will start pushing things to, like, wall them up right at the little end area. Because, yeah, we got to here. If we can work our way this way now, I think we'll use that as a way to wrap things up. And I think I've gotten more than enough ptarmigan, so I really want to focus on the ibex now. No, hang on a moment. Was that something? A rock. Okay, just saw the rock poking out there, and I thought maybe that was like the back end of an ibex behind a tree. Doesn't hurt to double check if you're not sure. And the rain's gone, so it should be easier to look around a bit. And try to see if we can spot anything. Though I don't think we'll get too lucky. A bit of the hawk ambience playing, but all the sounds have quieted down. There's no more chirping or stuff, which is probably a sign that we're out of the ptarmigan area. Or at least none close to us right now. I do have to admit, that is a nice little thing they have done for the ptarmigans, is because they can be an area with a lot of rocks and ground foliage. They aren't easy to see, but you can hear them, and that lets you hone in on them. It's little touches like that which really make a good hunting game. It's not just the sense of sight to try to think of for the players. Sight and sound are what you have to work with. Actually, speaking of sound, I think there's more ptarmigan here. Now, maybe to the left. Again, I think I've got my quota of that, so I prefer to focus more on the ibex. Now, I have no idea if there actually are going to be any down here or not, but considering how I was going along the mountains and didn't really see that much, maybe they all got pushed down to the lower areas. And the ibex don't really seem to make any calls out either to help narrow down where they are. Or maybe they're all spooked and they know to shut up. It's hard to say. I haven't even seen any tracks yet. I'll just keep on our way, though. I know when we first came up into this area, not to like set the tent up for that, but the reserve tours, when I first tried the climbing gear and managed up on the third try, there was a herd of them tucked into the, well, basically the corner right here. So maybe we'll see if we can get lucky and they'll be there again. Well, I just want to see. Oh yeah, so after you've drawn it once, the outline like will disappear. So it all kind of merges together more. I just think it's kind of weird how you have, like, the duration limit for drawing on the map. Yeah, this is much harder to try spotting through. I figured we'd have a little bit of a rougher time. And we're actually... yeah, we're basically just above where the climbing wall was. So it's just up ahead this way. Now, there's absolutely no guarantee there would actually be anything else there as I'm trying to near it, but we'll just kind of be optimistic. Hope for the best. If not, I can hear some ptarmigan chirps and that around, so as much as I'd like to get the ibex, it may not pan out for getting some more. They can seem to be a bit of a finicky animal that have a lot more potential to be out of bounds and out of reach, even if you can see them. At least don't see any on the cliff side, which is good. Now, one thing I'm actually kind of curious about with the climbing gear is I know there's a mini game to climb up, but what about going back down? What happens if you like have the mini game going down, but you fail? Wouldn't that automatically send you to the bottom, or would it send you again to the top? I don't know, it's kind of weird to think about, isn't it? Like, I understand the minigame just sending you back down to the bottom when you fail it, but it's not like you're going to be defying gravity and scooting your way back up top, right? Maybe we'll have to give it a try before this episode is over, but we'll see how this goes. We're approaching this little corner. I think those are just regular bird sounds. I'm not hearing anything else. And spotting anything else either. Like, there's been no tracks. No animal calls. I think the little migration trick did work for removing the dead zone. It's just... maybe this was one of the load-ins where we didn't get much luck with things around the area here. Oh, I can't even remember what this track would be from. Is this an ibex track, or is this a ptarmigan track? Oh, it's ibex, though it was going down towards where we sort of came from. It's the only track we've seen in a long time now, though. I think I'll just try going a little further to try to get a view to that little corner. And then we might just focus on that little track and just keep going with it. With the ibex not seeming to be a very vocal animal, it does make trying to search for them a bit trickier than others. Let's just see where we get to. I guess it had to come right down the slope there. Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't as much visibility as I was hoping, although I guess if we can get a little higher up, we'll start being able to look around a bit more. Okay, we got an ibex. It's not exactly in a spot I want to see, because it sounds like it's right up. So I'm going to try to crouch and sneak our way out a bit more. Sounds like it's somewhere up there, perhaps. Yeah, it's kind of tricky narrowing it down, but it seems like it's up above in the area we basically came down from. Yeah, there it is up there. don't think we're going to get lucky with anything down in this area. I could try taking it down, but then we have to do the whole backtrack all the way around to get up to that area again. If you're going to be hunting on Val-des-Bois a lot and you want to go after the Alpine Ibex, I do think the quality of life of the climbing gear here and somewhere around here is worth it. But if you're only going to stop in for like 1 or 2 hunts, you might just be better off using the time to run and just use the one piece of climbing gear. Yeah, and I don't see anything down here. Maybe we'll just have to finish this off with more ptarmigan. I was hoping to get a little bit better luck with the Ibex, but there's not really too much you can do if they are not on your side. We did have the one track I can try keeping, or well, finding again, because I don't even remember where that was now. Yeah, it's not going to show up here. Well, I'll just kind of head back the way we came in from. I got a good view down to some spots, however... Actually, I think that's... I think that's the trail down there, yeah, so... That lip there is probably the last leg, or like the divide of where you need the climbing gear to get up to this spot. Or these levels, at least. I wonder if the Ibex ever go any lower than this. Like, we've seen them be able to scale the mountainsides and cliffs and that, but is it possible they ever descend down to a point where you don't need the climbing gear? I'm not really sure. Yeah, looking around, there's not too much. Oh. I think that's just regular ambience playing. We'll keep working our way off to the east and see if we can get 1 or 2 animals. At this point, I'm just going to take anything we can. Val-des-Bois was definitely a bit of a mixed bag hunt. Some of the episodes were pretty good with content, we got a lot done. Others, a little bit harder and emptier for hunting content. Definitely traveled a good distance in them, but you kind of want something more than just a walking simulator. Yeah, again, not even any, like, tracks for a group of Ibex here. I guess we just got a bit unlucky with how they wanted to spawn in for our last weekend. Yeah, we got a little bit more to go before we, like, hit that ridgeline again. Who knows, maybe if we're lucky we'll actually have seen, like, the Ibex or something's come back over the top of that one ridge. But now I'm kind of hearing more like just general bird tweets and that. I think that's because we are in the trees more. I think the ambience doesn't play unless you're like in or very close to a forested area. So when you're up in the plateau where there's no trees and that, that's when the ptarmigans become much easier to discern. Oh, well, I guess it could still be them making noise. I'll just take a little look since this is kind of a nice area to look down from. Yeah, I got nothing coming up. A bit of a shame, but I mean, that's kind of how hunting just is sometimes. It's not a guarantee you're going to go out and see all kinds of stuff or even anything sometimes. I'll just go a little bit more, try to take a good look. Oh! Okay. Well, we might be able to get one more ibex before we end the episode off. But it's in a bit of a weird spot for us. It's down somewhere in all the trees. I can't see any movement that kind of clues me into where it is. Yeah, see, if it's straight forward, it's down in a good grouping of where all the branches are to hide it. Okay, I'm going to just take this and work our way down. Maybe if we can get more to like a base level where the trunks are, we can see through it. Or see through them to spot it. Supposedly straight ahead somewhere around there. I'll try crawling in closer and keep our bearing kind of where we are. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing any sign of it. If it's nice to get the call and vocalization to know there is something ahead, but the trees are definitely making it hard to have the visibility we want for it. It might even be actually beyond them. That actually might be the case. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of crouch our way forward from here. Because going from the little mini-map on the Hunter mate, maybe the call came from, like, completely behind them, and just that wall of green, so we can't see it. Okay, if we were going to be able to spot it, I'd imagine... I don't want to get too tunnel vision to where, like, the general location of the call was. But we do want to try to find the tracks just to see, direction-wise, where it might have gone to. Okay. That we should be able to see from here. Now, is it up? It might not be up on top. See, according to that, it should be somewhere along the edge or side. I don't see it at all. Oh. There you are. Yeah, let's get that as our last animal of Val-des-Bois. There you go, slide on down for us. I was a little worried there because I thought it was going to turn and start coming down towards us like the other one had. This one looked like it was ready to run across the top or even go up where we couldn't reach it. The ibex, you really need to be a steady shot. Or, well, not a steady shot, but you want to make sure you can be placing a vital hit, so they don't have the chance to go over mountains to be inaccessible. And it feels like at level 6, that's when your weapon is the very steadiest when you're, like, fully prone to try aiming with. I was like, with the 30-06 now, it's been very steady laying down for these last few shots. Hey there, bud. How do you score? Ooh, that was in the skull? Really? I thought I got more like the lungs or that. Well, that was kind of a weird place shot, if that's the case. Because you are the last animal, we'll just take a picture with you. I guess maybe something like that will do. And weary, just because, yeah, this was not quite as many animals as I was hoping to finish this off with, but at least we did get a little bit of something. So, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode and this Val-des-Bois Expeditions series. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Next week, we start on to our Hemmeldal Expedition series, which will be our finale expedition series for the Hunter Classic. I've got some plans for a few episodes or a couple of weekends afterwards, and then we do have plans for checking out the Way of the Hunter later on. Again, it's at least a month or so that we've got planned ahead, so we'll see what Hemmeldal has in store, and then we have Magpie Goose setup we'll return to with all of the GM and a few other things to also talk about with it. But we are good to wrap things up here. So thank you all very much for joining me again in this episode, and until I see you in the next video or series, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.